Hello, everybody. This is gonna be a long day.
A very, very long day. Because
You
we got
mean
the
it
rest of Tier
already
4 to
has
take
it?
care of.
You mean it already hasn't been a long day?
It has been a long day for us, but for reasons that the audience will not care about, nor will they ever learn about. So,
they
welcome.
will learn about one thing. These guys use Audacity. I use GarageBand. GarageBand likes to fuck with me. And in case you're wondering, I did use Audacity in the past. It fucked with me even more.
And Coco clearly warned us, beware of the Audacity. Even though we technically use it.
And so we're using the secret exit that we took in the last part to enter into Road to Ruin. I'm going to talk real quick about how death routes work in this game, which is that if you die, of course you can't just, start again. You've died. You have to leave the level. However, in my experiences, and I may have already patched it out, in my experiences, even if I then quit the stage and reloaded it, also, by the way, here's a little trap. We talked about this before. They removed a little clue here.
Yeah.
And this is what I was talking about, Matt. Here I die a lot because you have to. I can't correctly judge my positioning because those nitro crates are blocking the way. I can't see past all these good games. No, the nitro crates are blocking the path, so I couldn't adjust my trajectory when going to horizontal. Anyway,
That makes sense.
so I've learned that I need to quit the stage, then enter a different stage, quit that one, and then re-enter this stage. And then I could reattempt the death route.
Wait,
and because
what?
I had to do that multiple... Yes. So because the idea is that if you die in a death route, you can't just come back to it. You have to leave and do something else. The idea is that if you lost to a death route, you have to come back and try it again later, which means you have to enter a different stage, come back and re-enter this one.
That's
So-
stupid for Crash 3 and even for that game. If you do a death route, if you just leave the level and come back, you can do it again.
I know.
Yeah,
That worked for me too in Crash 3, but they sometimes change it. It's been...
It is weird, because I never really experienced that problem myself when playing through
Oh, guys,
Trilogy.
it's Eddie, the mean old Yeti.
Oh no!
Oh no, he's
said thank you.
But yeah, that's something I did not know you could do. I knew you had to, jump over those logs. I always thought that you couldn't spin back into them. I figured that was, invincible.
I learned it from watching video, but I totally understand. In a game where you are in a game playing as a character as fragile as Crash, you don't think that you could do something like that, but you can kind of get away with it, I guess.
It's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same reason. It's pretty much the same deal. Some people didn't know that you could actually deflect the rocks that Koala Kong throws at you.
Right, or with me, that was me. And the other thing, by the way, because the death route takes you a little bit ahead of the stage, you do have to back.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Logan didn't realize that there was actually no boxes on the death route, so he could have easily have killed himself there, went back to near where the death route was, and continued from there.
It was easy enough. There you go. But
Yeah.
Actually, I just
But,
noticed, at the beginning and end of that section, you paused quite a bit before you got off the platform. Any reason for that?
that was me. That was me checking how much time I was having, because this was, as you're going to notice by the length of this video, this was where I was like, oh, this is going to be a long part, isn't it?
This is where it all begins.
And no, this is even and we're not even I think the finale.
Wait,
should
I love
be
how this
time.
platform zigzags and stuff like that, despite the fact that it could have just went whoop.
That's how those taxi drivers get you.
Yeah, they were just flashing
Charge
like
you by
that.
the mile, and they take you for the long run.
For all we know, it could just be a relic of its time, because developers used to do shit like that.
Did anybody notice that box was floating?
Yes, it was. It's called oval hitboxes.
Yep.
I
Or
found an
the
answer for it.
Yep. Oh, there is that oval hitboxes. Because of the majesty that is oval hitboxes, they all float up here.
They all float.
I'm looking forward to that.
Who plays Pennywise in this new reboot?
Bill Skarsgård.
Who is he?
The son of Stellan Skarsgård, who is in he's the
Who's
scientist.
the old man in the Thor movies?
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
Oh, he was the guy who got hypnotized in Avengers.
Yep. Yeah, his son
And I will
plays.
say-
His son
Pennywise,
plays.
yeah.
Yeah, Pennywise.
So
And I will say, I will say, not for nothing, I'm sure he's a good actor, and I know that this reboot is trying to be a little bit more gritty and serious than the original. They better have some form of... They better include Tim Curry in any Devil Dam fashion, because just to honor the fact that he was the only good part about that Devil Dam movie.
You mean miniseries?
But yes.
Well, you know what I mean.
Anyway, welcome to hell.
Oh boy. So it's true what they say. Yeah, I was about to say, it's true what they say. Hell really is cold.
Yeah. But
Actually,
yeah,
to be fair, in Dante's Inferno, the last level of hell is frozen. So
nice. Even if they cast Tim Curry as like a guy on TV, like a news reporter, or even if someone like over the radio, just if I even heard his voice, because I could recognize a Tim Curry voice.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that what we want? Isn't that what we want in the grand scheme of things?
Just
in fact, it's like I can only think of. It's like I love his voice, and it's like I kind of agree with Logan about being able to pick him up. Like I can only think of one voice he's ever done that actually sounds different from what he usually does, and that's the very large turtle-eating woman from Over the Garden Wall.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Huh.
I didn't know he was that.
I didn't know that either. Whenever someone asks me for like what I think his definitive role is, like the definitive Tim Curry role, I think either Nigel from the Thornberrys, or the butler from the Clue movie. He was great in that.
Other good definitive roles would be Pennywise from, of course, It.
I don't know if that would define his entire persona.
All right.
Yeah, there's also. You go first.
If you like the butler, then watch Home Alone 2.
Oh yeah, he was good in that one. As the concierge.
There's also my two personal favorites are I forget his full name, but he's a recurring villain in Gargoyles as like a scientist type character. And me personally, he is like he's one of the guest stars in season 2 of Psych, where he plays like the episode itself is supposed to be like a play on American Idol, and in that universe's version of American Idol, he plays the Simon Cowell.
Oh my god!
I see that.
And it's as amazing as you think it is.
For me, another good one where he plays a villain, like an actually intimidating and makeup-heavy villain. Darkness from Legend, I think is the movie.
Oh dear God, I remember that.
Oh yeah.
That was so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And of course, Noxus. Or whatever.
Who's Noxus again?
Hexus. Sorry.
Hexus. You're gonna love my toxic love.
Oh, him. God. For a minute, I thought you were about to say, lest we forget that guy from the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, Frankenfurter! No, Frankenfurter is his definitive role!
He was very good at He was actually very good as Frankenfurter.
I've never seen the movie myself.
Transvestites from transsexual Transylvania.
Oh boy, here we go.
Welcome to the death route, already over halfway through the level. So again, the first part about this game that sucks is that to get 100% all crates, you need to do the death route.
Please note that those Wampa fruits were in the shape of a middle finger.
That's not the only thing that's shaped like a middle finger in this stage, but we'll get to that.
Oh yeah, no.
Also notice the little square there.
Wait, guys,
box.
and behold. Oh, hold on, we have to wait for this hedge porky hog thing.
Okay.
Mr. Porcupine, you're in my way, sir.
And of course, where is it? God damn it, where is it?
You're a little ways behind. You're thinking a little ahead, man.
It's after this part up ahead.
Hey.
There
it is.
Well, not yet. We have to load it up first. But anyway, you have to hit a exclamation mark switch. Now here's the thing: stop, slow down. You don't want to run off the edge and have to come back. Done.
There you go.
Right, it's right here.
And let it be known. This is pretty much my definitive way of getting through this bit. Just have two Aku Akus on standby, even if it's through pity, and just charge through with the invincibility that the third one will get.
I like that.
There you go.
There it is. I know it's kind of a small thing, but for some reason I liked his little halting animation when he's on the ice, where he's completely stationary except for his arms.
Yeah.
And there. That's what I need the frickin' exclamation mark for. Hit that. Let's go.
Yep.
Back
At least you get an extra life for it.
Yeah, unfortunately now you must go back the way you came.
Stop.
What about that gem?
This ice physics
Unfortunately,
is
you're
so
gonna have to. Unfortunately, this is one of those cases where if you want to do it the safest way possible, you're gonna have to come back to Coldar Crash.
Which is why
Yeah.
I had the
Do
checkpoint
it off screen.
there.
Or that.
Because watch, so now I can break that. I can go back the way I came because now that I broke that checkpoint. No, remember how like if you die, you come back to the checkpoint you were at.
Yeah.
The checkpoint also saved that I broke all these boxes, so I can go back.
Running around at the speed of sound. Got places to go,
Oops.
gotta follow my rainbow.
Get the gem.
And then
Down here.
Actually, hang
and then
on,
kill
just-
Don't
yourself.
break that box.
Ooh.
Die.
Nice. Actually, I
Because
want to
now
make
I'll
a.
be,
There you
now
go.
I've saved the gem and the crates, and now I'm back here. We continue forward.
Yay!
That's how I do this stage.
Now, how about now? Let's go back to
Yay.
that riveting topic about Tim Curry.
Sorry, back to you, Hype.
Actually, before we get back to Tim Curry, I do want to make a slight alteration on Matt's singing there. It's gotta follow my way. Whoa!
Follow my way. Woo! Nice, that's pretty good. Ow!
Whoa!
I had to do the chorus. Anyway, Tim Curry, and of course, you know, there was his role in. Don't worry, the TNT will blow up in the box. Then of course, there's his amazing role as Count Nefarious.
Oh yeah,
I could
right.
be
And
such a
Toon Truck.
freak.
For a
And
moment,
I
I was
already
thinking.
mentioned
For a moment, I was
villain.
For a moment, I was thinking about the other Nefarious, even though that wasn't Tim Curry.
Lawrence! But yeah, I also remember, I think I mentioned it in Mega Man 8, but also his one appearance in an episode of Freakazoid, which is still one of my favorite moments of the series. I saw that! What? That! You think I have a clock in my head, don't you?
Ooh.
And actually, I just remembered right after that where it's like, what have you done with them? Have patience. You'll find out soon enough. Sorry, I just thought of something funny.
Careful, run. Nice.
There you go. You're pretty much good here. But also,
And get that free life, thank you. Damn it, the life.
leave no Wumpa behind.
I want a
Except
life.
for that one, he was a prick.
I have to,
He's
what are
a
you doing?
thirsty boy.
Getting a life.
That
And
that
then-
is one of the few lines that is made for the movie of Scott Pilgrim that I liked. That was not in the comics.
Penta Penguin, you fool.
Wasn't the entire third act like essentially made up? Because I think at that point the comics weren't finished yet.
I believe
No,
so,
they
yeah.
were the comics were almost finished. There's one volume left, but yeah, basically.
Well, I meant released is what I meant.
Yeah. No, they were released.
Almost.
They
You know what? It's honestly a similar case to like it's kind of a similar case to like how you have movie game adaptations where they pretty much have to come out right around the same time as the game, if not a little sooner. So they had to take a few liberties because they didn't have the entire script ready.
well,
I
here,
still think it's I still think it's a really good movie. It's the kind of movie that gets better the more you watch it.
yeah, no, the movie
it's
is
like-
good. I
have
just
to
still
rewatch
think
it again. I haven't seen it in a good while.
the movie is still really good. It is really good, and the first
Hey! Another middle finger for the road.
or balls.
Balls.
You know what, Logan? We might have to go to. You might want to get that checked out because I don't think it's normal for a human to have
And guess what?
two gem fingers and a middle finger being a purple crystal.
And
Oh,
guess
for a minute I
what?
thought you were about to say. For a minute I
Oh,
thought you were about to
you know
say
what,
you might
it's-
want to get. Ooh. I was about to
Sorry, I
say
was
you
about
might
to
want to
say-
get that checked, Matt. I don't think your penis is supposed to be purple.
Well, that said, but the you know the reason why Logan suddenly had that
Wait,
stain on him?
it's the stage. No, that's just the stage after Blue Balls.
Ruination.
That's
Sorry,
kind of
you were saying, James?
the disdain was because we're actually not through with the worst of it, even though it is technically the worst of it.
We're only halfway through the video.
Yep.
Halfway there.
Time for
Halfway there.
Ruination. It actually isn't that bad.
No, this stage isn't that bad.
Well, if you get the time
well,
I do, it
don't
is.
take her word for it.
Good job.
Let that be a testament.
Who cares?
But-
Matt's gonna kill her way more times than I do. Oh, look at that.
Screw you.
Oop. Well then.
But
I'm saying
Well, he's not
statistically, you
saying
have
that's
more
like-
chance. I'm saying statistically, you have more chances to kill her than I will because you're gonna be playing her 100% of the time.
yeah, and also
Yeah.
time trials.
that too.
And also fuck Crash.
So technically he's not entirely wrong when he says that.
No, he's not.
Now
All
again,
right,
now again, I like using the D-pad. The game feels pretty smooth and responsive to what I'm doing.
Yeah, again, though, I think the D-pad's only
Oh,
really useful
jeez.
for... Oh, Jesus
That
Christ.
is a dick move,
Oh.
game.
Yeah, it is.
Take two.
With a little more precaution.
Okay.
No, it doesn't
But,
help that they
Gallon-
jump so high randomly.
I know. Did they do that in the original?
Nope.
Jeez. Okay, let's go.
In fact, that was one of the biggest problems the remake had, is because they added that in. Intentionally, from what I hear.
By the way,
Make it even harder.
really quick, back to Scott Pilgrim. To those who have not done so, especially you guys, go read the comics. They are fantastic.
Oh, I've read the comics.
Oh, yeah, check this out. You can. Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah,
Also,
they're-
check this out. If you do it right, actually kill him with it.
Boom.
But
Lovely.
yeah, go
Yeah, it's
go
like just
read
going
the
back to Mad.
comics that
Actually-
Scott Pilgrim is based off of, because the first half of the movie is based off the comics very well, and even the climax is half based off of the finale of the comics.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, like, I remember watching the movie and I was like, wow, they even got like the dialogue down to a T.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing: the biggest problem I have with the movie is the fact that they, for the most part, are trying to make you sympathize with with knives
Scott?
as opposed to
Or knives.
yeah,
As opposed to Ramona.
as opposed to Ramona. Was that on purpose?
Yes, because that's the only box. That's the only. There are no more boxes, and I need to go this way to get some more boxes, and I got the gem. Gosh dang it! The little trace of fire.
That,
You see,
I'm
this
pretty
is what
sure it's
happens
not
when you don't do that for the...
There.
This is what happens when you don't do it for the first Ruins level.
But yeah, basically, the two things I do not like about the movie is, one, they change Ramona's character too much. They make her so unlikable in the movie when...
Yeah, she was a bitch.
Yeah, no, I actually
She had no motion.
want to do a,
dub?
like... Sorry. I want to do a dub of one of the scenes involved, like the very first time we truly get to meet Ramona in the comics. In the movie, she's like so emotionless. Like, okay,
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that real quick. Just to interrupt you, is that when I was reading the comics, I was like, wow, like she's actually making different facial expressions and like is smiling and stuff. Like, huh?
yeah, like, all right. To give you an idea, in the like movie, when Scott opens the door, the second before she rings the doorbell,
Yeah.
in the movie, she just kind of raises an eyebrow and goes like, Scott Pilgrim, like, doesn't seem to care. In the comics, she is legitimately surprised and terrified that he did that, because she didn't know that she was going through his dreams.
Yeah.
Like, she was legitimately
Yeah, I think it's
terrified,
like-
and I love that.
Yeah.
Until
I
he
think the movie tried a little too hard. I think the movie tried a little too hard to have her rely on dry cleanup.
yeah.
Not only that, that's not my only problem with that movie, because I have seen it years ago. The only problem I think I have with it is that, maybe it's just me, but was there really any point to even include Scott's friends?
Yeah.
I mean, outside of his roommate.
Yeah, no, in the...
They represent. Well, yeah, his friends with the band like represent.
Yeah,
like,
his friends
I
with
was
the
like-
band, like, they
They're
honestly,
there-
they could
I
have
feel like-
been omitted and nothing would have been lost. In fact, I kind of hated the ending with them, where they didn't really side with him at all.
Oh yeah, they just kind of left. But because they sold out. But,
Yeah.
No, but then
Yeah.
they changed it. Well, the idea is that I like seeing them like a control. Like, think of it like an experiment. You want to have the variable, and you want to have the control. I like seeing them as the control of. This is what Scott was starting to lose of his old life, starting this relationship with Ramona, and how that was changing, affecting people around him.
In case you're wondering, people, in the comics, they do have much more character.
Yeah,
I don't know,
they do.
They
fact,
go into
one
more
of them
detail
even-
about how he dated Kim.
Oh yeah, I remember
fact,
that.
In fact, one of them even comes out at the end, much to Scott's bewilderment.
Not bewilderment, but surprise and even excitement. I'm like, that was hilarious. That one scene.
So Julie made you gay?
Honestly,
jeez.
the sad thing is,
Get no friends.
honestly, they did more with Kim in that one short that was meant to promote the movie as opposed to the movie itself.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
moving to Toronto?
Yeah.
Although I do say, though I love Alison Pill, she was like, they should have got a different actress because she could not voice act for the life of her. She sounds so dead.
Welcome everybody to the last 2 levels, I think, or we're down to just 1 level left.
I think we might just be down to 1 level left because
The Haven.
oh,
This one.
Haven.
well, actually, this one's not as bad as the first one.
So
I think digging it has worse backtracking, but this one actually, I'm sorry, man, I have to tell you, you'll see later, and I want to be able to have a chance to talk for it. There actually is a really interesting life trick in this level to grind yourself up to 99 lives if you so choose. Okay, this is the last
guys,
one. Yes.
What's up?
please.
Thank you. A special gem lies behind a clever deception.
Matt,
Not
wait.
really clever when you give it away, but yeah.
Matt, you gave away your joke. You're supposed to use in Mega Man 9.
Aww.
Still, bees.
I'm not being. Well, to be fair, he uses that joke every time he sees bees, and for the
I know, but
millionth
that
time-
that joke will be best used in Mega Man 9 once I get the bee
Oh,
weapon.
jeez. Okay, hey,
And use it on Splash, and then use it on Splash Woman.
I didn't realize this, but hey guys, apparently Rise of the Tomb Raider. I can't believe it took me this long to realize, and like, because I was looking at my Steam page, is that Rise of the Tomb Raider is getting a sequel called Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
They
By
really
the
need to
way-
work
Also,
on the
Tomb Raider's
names.
getting a 3rd game.
By the way, my friend and I were playing this game yesterday, and it's going to be on her channel. Yeah, she thought that this was water and not snow.
Say what?
Like, so she was avoiding all of the water. She was only stepping on the brown bits.
No,
How
no,
was
no. She just thought they
Well,
were
then.
puddles, and I like, it's fucking snow.
Well, to be fair, I mean, scientifically speaking, she's not wrong.
It is water.
No, she thought they were
Anyway.
legitimately puzzles.
I know we're
Puddles.
making it. I know we're making it. Okay, hang on. Okay, I think we're.
Honestly,
Heck, bees.
Honestly, for all we know, that could just be a whole
These
shitload.
fast.
I mean, for all we know, it could just be a shitload of cocaine.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, really important up ahead.
It is white.
This is the life hack I was talking about. See this hive?
Yes.
If you kill them all, you get a life.
Nice.
Every single time you kill all of them with one slide. Begin.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Hey, real quick. I was about to say real quick. That achievement we're talking about, where it's like defeat a certain number of enemies with the Coco Spin attack. Can that be achieved through this trick?
Yes.
Probably. Anyway, there's 55 lives. Yeah, that's
uh,
how you do that. That's how you do that little hack. Is just the trick is you have to kill them all in like one swoop with one dot with one slide spin. You get a life as many times as you want.
Actually, to go back a bit, Steve. No, that trophy does not apply to Crash 2, only to Crash 1.
Behold, people,
fresh.
the only
Okay, my
nitro
bad.
crates that do not kill you in the whole game.
The heck is a hitbox?
Well, no, that was
But
a
no,
thing in the
there's
original as
meant-
well.
yeah.
Well, that's part of the
It's a
clever
clever
deception.
deception. Great for you, freaking marmoset. Whatever the heck you're supposed to be.
They're moles.
Sad.
Anyway, again, another fun little instance of they give you the gem, but after you get the gem, there's really no point to completing that stage anymore.
Or
There
the
are no
double
more
band
crates.
lipid stones.
Just walk away. Yeah,
By the way, okay, so
they really should give you the gem at the end of the stage.
can I really?
Unless, oh wait, real quick, in the original game, could you save gems?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think they give you the gem right there. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, you were saying, Matt?
Can I really quick go back to Scott Pilgrim and mention that I mentioned 2 things that did piss me off with that movie? Can I mention the one more thing that pissed me off?
Yeah, I said.
What's that?
Mhm.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was a like you're annoyed. But anyway, yeah, they took out probably the best character and basically just completely took out the best novel in the whole series. Yeah.
Which one's that?
Volume 4. Volume 4 is arguably the best in the series.
Oh.
Is that the one where knives are
Ooh.
going to have a fight in the mall?
No, that's Volume 2.
Okay, I don't remember. Continue.
no, I'm talking.
What happened in Volume 4?
Volume 4.
Was Volume 4 the one with that one Sonic parody?
Yes.
Gotcha.
But no, Volume 4.
Where
the
it
big
was
thing
in
about
color
that.
for like a few pages.
Yep. That. But no, Sonic 4 actually does include like. Sonic 4. Did I just say Sonic 4?
Yeah, you did.
I was like,
say it.
I
I wasn't
for a
saying
second.
anything.
I was like, wait a minute, did he? Anyway, continue.
So
Volume
what
4.
was it about
Volume
the
4 of Scott Pilgrim does include one thing that the other volumes don't, that actually gives a lot of character to not only Scott, but basically his entire backstory. That is the character of Lisa Miller.
His ex.
Well, believe
Oh,
it
is
or
that
not,
the...
No, she was a
real quick,
friend.
is that
She was
she-
just a friend.
Lisa Miller was a friend of in high school of both Kim and Scott's, and the thing is, they were like, it's revealed in that story that that Lisa actually did fall in love with Scott and wanted to be
Purple
with him,
gem.
but she didn't want to
Actually, real
interfere
quick.
in his relationship with Kim.
I was about to say,
What?
hey Matt, unless I'm mistaken, didn't they actually adapt that scene into like a little animated short to promote the movie?
That's the one I was referring to earlier.
They
Yes.
they adapted a scene from Volume 2 that just showed Lisa and Scott like hanging out along with Kim. But Kim is a much bigger character in Volume 4 because she is considered a quote-unquote evil ex. But she's not evil. In fact, she's incredibly nice, and she's not really an ex. She's in love with Scott, and it brings a huge point.
Matt,
Sorry.
real quick, I just wanted to, before you finish, I was going to say two things. One is that Cortex just tried to pull no, it wasn't me, Brio was the villain of the first game all along. Now go see Dr. Engine to give him the crystals. I would have thought it'd be really cool if there was actually a moral system here, if you actually could give him the gems, but you don't really get a choice. You just have to fight him anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
Now,
blame down the
as you
original
were saying
game.
about your... Now back to what you're saying about...
Actually, probably for the best that we just get back to Matt's topic, because this boss fight's kind of dull.
I love Engine,
With only
but yeah,
one
this-
interesting gimmick.
Alright.
We can shoot, we can throw... They actually animate...
We
us
can
running
throw our
through.
fruits at him.
But yeah, go ahead.
But-
Matt.
No other time in the game.
But yeah, with the whole thing of Lisa Miller, like she's considered a quote unquote evil ex of Scott's, but she's not evil, and she's not even an ex. But the whole point of her character is to show that Scott truly does love Ramona, and that Ramona truly does love Scott. Something that I didn't get from the movie.
Yeah, there wasn't really much of a romance between the two in the movie, which kind of shoots the whole point of this whole story in the foot. Just like his arm.
So, okay, now let's get on to other things.
Sorry.
Hype. Your take, so I know we were talking about this already, but your take on this engine, that's Corey Burton again.
Yes, it's Corey Byrne returning from Wrath of Cortex. And again, to give him credit, I do think he does a much job here than he did in Wrath of Cortex because, well, on the one hand, he had barely anything to do in that game. And on the other hand, this performance does sound a lot closer to how Brendan O'Brien does it. And again, for what it is, I think he does a great job. But I don't know, there's just something about the manic, oddly passionate energy and insanity that Nolan North had in the Titans games that just I found a lot more entertaining and endearing. In fact, I'd argue that North's engine is probably one of the best parts of that duology.
Yeah,
Well,
I would agree.
the
And I
whole-
would say that
The whole point of Engine in those games is that he was rewritten to be more manic. In these games, he's not really that manic. He's
Right.
more a minion that's... He's like Eagle.
right. Yeah, no, I was about to make that point. Thank you. I was going to say that I like Nolan. I'm agreeing with Hype that I like Nolan North because it almost felt like a better. It almost felt like a more individual. Like it actually made him feel more like a unique character than just an Igor ripoff, an Igor trope.
Right.
And so that had its own like unique flair to it. Hang on.
Oh yeah. One upside to this boss fight is that you actually do have your slide jump this time. So, there he goes.
Did it. Oh, he's dead until the next game for some reason. We did it with that. Hub 4 is finally completed at 30 minutes in. Now we go up to Hub 5, where, honestly, for me, the difficulty comes right back down to a nice, normal, tangible. Like, this is like
Until you get to piston it away.
Oh, you're gonna see me. I'm gonna
Speaking
do
of
piston
which.
away.
Now what is your problem, Bandicoot? I will
I have a problem with you, that's what.
to bring me the crystal.
Well, I'm gonna say, like,
Obtain the remaining
I was gonna say, like,
crystals.
what's the matter with me? You wanted 25 crystals. I only had 20. That's why I was holding out.
Yeah.
Hog all
And
the
also,
glory.
your minion
Anyway,
tried to fucking kill us.
yeah, that was odd. Anyway, so welcome to the final hub, where we will be doing Piston It Away, and I think maybe I don't think there's any more secret exits. I think we're done with the secret exits.
Yeah, I think we're done.
So, with that said, we will see you all in the next part for the beginning of the end.
Yep.
Yeah, and hopefully next time I'll actually have more to say. Till next time, guys.
Go read Scott Pilgrim.
Wait a minute, you didn't want me to kill him? Oh, crap.